now prepared. So what we'll do is we'll introduce the 4 boxers one by one. First of all, would you please welcome to the ring the Southern Area Light Heavyweight Champion, Leon Senior. And now, would you please welcome into the room the challenger for tomorrow evening, Tony Hill. And now the third of our 4 boxers to be introduced to the press conference. Would you please welcome Bob Ajisafe. And finally, Dean Francis. So everybody, it's going to be quite an informal press conference. Firstly, thanks very much for joining us today. This is the launch of the MaxiNutrition Knockout, brought to you by Hennessy Sports, which starts tomorrow evening in Reading. There's going to be 2 quarterfinals tomorrow night. The second 2 quarterfinals will take place on the 22nd of March at the Ponds Forge in Sheffield, followed by the semi-finals on May the 10th, all leading to the final and the crowning of the MaxiNutrition Knockout Champion on September the 27th. So what we'll do is firstly just ask everybody if you can, in your report somewhere, kindly just get a couple of things in for us. We are going to be taking lots of pictures tomorrow evening. If you could perhaps mention our Twitter feed somewhere along the way, it's at Hennessy Sports. And we'd be very grateful as well if you perhaps give a mention to the website at which is all the W's, and then it's hennessysports.com. So what we'll do is we'll firstly just throw the questions out to the room, to the press, if you'd like to ask any of the boxers any questions. And then we've got some questions as well from the Hennessy team. So firstly, we'll just throw it out to everybody in the room. If you'd like to ask any questions to any of our boxers, they'll quite happily answer what you'd like to throw at them.
Not happily.
Dean Francis, long time out with your shoulder. You feel alright? Everything's okay?
Yeah, no problems whatsoever. And, since the last operation, which was 2008, I think, there's been no problems.
How excited are you to be finally getting back in the ring?
Static. Yeah, I mean, on this platform as well, like the competition that we're entering. Yeah, I'm excited.
What do you think about the other guys in the tournament?
To tell you the truth, I'm not a spectator of the sport, so I don't know much about them basically, but obviously when the time comes, just as I have done with Bob, I'll study them accordingly.
What about yourself? If I could ask you the same question, what do you make of the fighters in the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, well, top light heavyweight isn't it in Britain at the moment. I see myself probably at the top of the heap, to be honest, and one for this British title, so just come down here to claim that tomorrow.
How excited are you about having the platform to fight on Channel 5?
Yeah, it's brilliant to fight on Channel 5, Terrestrial TV, brilliant exposure, massive audience to be showcasing these skills. I couldn't get much better than that, really.
Anticipate a big crowd coming down from Leeds with you?
Yeah, I've got a few coming down today. Yeah. Obviously, it's a bit of a trek for them coming all the way from Leeds, so I think most people are going to be tuning in on TV.
Bob, Dean said he thinks it won't take him long to suss out your awkward style. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, we'll have to see about that tomorrow, won't we? I think everyone else that I've boxed the top opposition in this light heavyweight division, and well, they found out what time it was when I boxed them. So.
Do you think yours? Sorry.
Like Oval Mackenzie.
Okay. Do you think your style's that easy to read?
No, I don't think it is. No.
Have you boxed many southpaws before, Dean?
I've trained with southpaws, so I'm sick of southpaws. Yeah, I've like I said, I've trained with southpaws. I know what they're about. I know what to do to a southpaw. I know how to deal with a southpaw. I'm fully confident that I know what to do with Bob. I commend him on thinking that he's the best in the bunch. I mean, to fight somebody who thinks they're better than me is what it's all about, because that makes me raise my game. But I think he's very misinformed. someone speaking to him about something that really doesn't make sense. Because clearly, I'm the best of the bunch.
Do you think it helps you being the oldest as well? With you're obviously the most experienced fighter amongst the 8. You're the wisest. Do you think it helps you being the oldest?
Definitely. I'm not sure where these guys have come from, as in whether they've been thrusted into these kind of situations before. But I have. I fought in front of thousands. I fought for European titles, British titles. You know, I've been here before. So yeah, I think I've got a lot to teach these guys.
And you're back at the Rivermead as well. Good venue for you, Dean.
Excellent venue. This is where it all started for me. This is where I was having my first championship fights, and I hope to have many more here.
You've had 4 fights at the Rivermead, 4 wins, all inside the distance. Is that a message somewhere there for Bob?
Well, ask Bob.
You say it's not going to take you long to suss out, Bob, and you're suggesting to people that from the 4th round onwards, we can perhaps see a stoppage.
Yeah, the fight's definitely not going to be a 12-round fight, definitely not. I'm trained to, not saying that I can't go 12 rounds, I can go 12 rounds all day long. I'm just saying that I'm training in mind for, you know, from, if he was going to bet, it'd be from 4, 5 or 6.
Bob?
That quarter.
Yeah, well, there's no way Dean's going to be able to stop me. Like, just to go back to what I was saying before, Dean is very experienced. He's been at this position before. He's already been British champion and everything else. But I just believe it's my time now. I'm number 1 for the British title, which is what I was saying. Not necessarily saying that I'm the best here, but tomorrow I'm going to show it's my time.
You're saying you're not the best?
Dean's been the champion, been at that level, but I believe it's my time now. This fight's supposed to happen last year for me, 3 separate occasions.
So you're saying because I've been there before, I don't deserve this?
No, I'm not saying I don't deserve it. No, not at all. I'm not saying that.
I commend you for thinking it's your time, because obviously that makes it for a great fight. But believe me, it is going to be Dean Francis that raises his hand at the end of the fight as a British champion. But thank you for coming with confidence, because it makes it good for people. You know?
Bob, Dean actually has got a lot of respect for you. Dean actually says that he considers you as his biggest contender in the MaxiNutrition knockout.
Likewise, I've got a lot of respect for him too. Obviously, you know what he's accomplished. He's accomplished a lot in the sport, in the game. You know, but I just believe it's my time now. I'm 28. I'm young. I'm hungry. I've come down here to get this title. You know, I've been waiting a long time for it, and it's my chance, my opportunity to get it. You know.
What was your thoughts when you saw the draw
champion,
box?
obviously, he was experienced and got all the credentials and everything else. But that's another thing that I'm going to have to show tomorrow that I can deal with.
When you first saw the draw, what did you think, Bob?
We've been fighting each other before the competition.
Yeah, this fight was already happening. We were supposed to fight last year, November. Like I say, I was supposed to fight for this British title. I think it was 2 separate occasions. A couple of opponents pulled out, Tony Bellew and McInerney. So I've been ready for this fight. Well, waiting for this fight since last year. This MaxiNutrition thing, this just came about, you know, and this fight's happened to fall into that. But I always knew that I was fighting for the British title, and that's the only thing that I'm concentrating on right now.
So Dean says that you're his biggest contender. Can you win the MaxiNutrition knockout?
It's not actually that I said that, it's what's been told to me, so I've just taken that on board. You know,
So who do you see as you?
I'm not disrespecting the other fighters, you know, this is what I've been told, so I've just rolled with it. If it is the best, then I'm happy to have the best first off.
So do you see Bob then as your main contender?
He's the contender that I was booked in to fight last year. Like I said, people have been telling me that he's the best out of the bunch. So I'm only going from what, like I said, I'm not a spectator of the sport. So I don't really know much about them before this came about. So, you know, I can only go from what people are telling me. I'm trusting what you guys are telling me. Is that wrong?
Bob, how do you feel about fighting the oldest fighter in the knockout? Do you think Dean's still got it?
Well, yeah, but probably, yeah, he looks like he has, yeah. Obviously, like I said, very experienced. You know, he's been around the block before, so he knows been in big championship fights, like he said. So,
I'm not that old.
you know, so obviously he must be, if he's here to contend with, you know, on me on this level and everyone else, he still obviously is, because if I provided him to be the man for